Hello, Kingdom people. You're welcome back to Auntie B's Hive, where the Word of God keeps buzzing over the buzz of the world that we live in. Today, I would like to talk about an experience we all tend to describe as unpleasant, and I'm talking about waiting. Yes, I agree that waiting can be a very painful experience. However, I'm here to challenge the notion that it is always a negative one. And in this video, I'll be explaining why. To achieve this, I will be explaining the concept of waiting, its impact, and its disguised blessings, giving reference to my own waiting story. So please stay glued to this screen and be blessed. Waiting is the act of staying in a particular place or situation for a certain period of time, hoping that something desired or expected happens. We have been there, right? Now, this feeling is not only challenging but frustrating, and this is because it comes with a multitude of emotions such as helplessness, disappointment, discouragement, fear, and even anxiety. It is a time where our faith is tested and we are pushed to our limits. If you are currently in your season of waiting and you're feeling that God has abandoned or forgotten about you, I want you to understand that you are not alone. As unpleasant, as painful as this experience may be, everyone has to experience it in life. No one can escape its visit. However, we have different types of waiting, which ranges from the mundane to the life altering. Now, if you happen to be on queue to access a service, in as much as you get to feel frustrated when they are wasting your time, it is easier to tolerate than someone who is waiting for healing, someone who is waiting to conceive, someone who is waiting for God's promises to be fulfilled in their life in one area or the other. So, the more life altering, the bigger the frustration, especially for those of us with timelines and those who, in quotes, always want to control the outcome of their lives. Although waiting can be painful and obstruct our timelines, it is important to note that waiting can be a gold mine. Oh, yes, I repeat, waiting can be a gold mine. Waiting carries purpose, waiting carries lessons in disguise. It serves as a teacher, molding and refining our character. It allows us to develop patience, trust, and reliance on God. In the midst of our waiting, we have the opportunity to grow closer to God. James chapter 1, verse 3 to 4 reminds us that the testing of our faith produces perseverance and ultimately leads to the development of a mature and complete faith. As someone who has had my fair share of the waiting experience, I believe that there are hidden benefits. For one, it can actually help you to pause and reflect on your goals and priorities in life. I remember the first time that I had to actually come face to face with waiting, waiting that actually shook me to my core. I remember after my dad had died and we were supposed to go to the high school, the secondary school as we call it in Nigeria, and then my mates were all attending good schools, boarding schools, and I was faced with attending a school I considered not up to par. So I told my mom, no, 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 I'm going nowhere, I'm going nowhere. And she said, okay, then you'd have to wait. Wait for next year. I'll save up money so that you can attend the school of your choice. And then I was confronted with this, and I said, no way, I escaped it. Yes, I dodged waiting. I said, I would rather go to that community school than have to wait a year when my mates would have been in JSS2. So, yes, I succeeded in dodging waiting, and then I had to face waiting again after I had finished from the university. I finished with no problems. I didn't have a carryover. There was nothing to hold me back. And I was so confident and I was so excited of moving into the next phase, which was participating in the NYSC. And then all of a sudden, I realized that I couldn't make it to NYC that year. Okay, I felt bad. It was hurtful. But then I was like, okay, not too bad. Next batch. Next batch came, and because of a tiny little mistake I made during the screening process, I couldn't attend NYC. That was when it hit me. I was devastated. I was so angry at myself. I was so angry at the waiting. I felt like my mates were moving ahead of me. But then I managed. Fast forward to when I was about getting married, and then because of finances, my wedding kept being postponed. Oh my God. I was not happy at all. I was not happy with myself. I was not happy with my fiancé, now my husband. And I kept trying to, push the buttons, trying to hasten up the whole process. Now, most times, I do regret that action. I wish I had just waited and then trusted in God. But I kept trying so that the marriage would happen and all. I had my reasons though, but at the end of it all, God's timing is the best. Ecclesiastes says there's a time for everything. And when God says it's time, God will move. Okay, but as if these experiences that I've shared about my waiting processes have not been enough, currently I am waiting to conceive. Yes, not so much of a hidden news. Everybody knows I'm waiting to conceive. I've been married for the past 4 years. This December will actually make it 5 years, and I've been trusting God for conception. Now, the question would be, have I really been trusting God for conception? Have I really been trusting in His timing? That is where I am heading to. This is the experience that I promise to share with you to give you a perspective on the blessings disguised as a waiting experience that we all refuse to acknowledge. For want of time, I'll be sharing this experience as well as the last part of this teaching in the next video. So please do well to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can get to watch my videos as soon as I upload them. Don't miss out on the concluding part of this video.